Morning, boys. It's another early start on Thursday. I don't know what is going on with YouTube at the minute. Oh. So I uploaded the video yesterday, or edited the video yesterday, and then uploaded it. Promptly fell asleep because I was tired anyway. And then I got a notification from the guy that owns the Focus going, "Is there any more to the video? Was that it?" So I clicked on the link, and it was a 2-minute clip of the Chaser, not what I'd selected to upload, which was a bit strange. So confirmed to delete that one and upload the real part 3. Got back onto the YouTube and it said, oh, it's now deleted video 2 in the series, so we've got 1 and now 3, not 2. Starting to lose patience with it all. The videos, once they're deleted forever. I can recover the video off of my computer, which is not a problem because it will be stored in the recycle bin obviously when I've deleted it. But it's just a bit annoying at the minute. I don't know what is going on. You select something and it uploads something else. You select something to delete and it deletes something else. Fuck it. Anyway, get a coffee, off to work. Gonna see how the gloss is drying on the inside of the white section, and get that, if it is dry, back put into the car, and then sort of take some measurements, and probably start the box. Once I've got the main components kind of there, then we're sticking the head unit in, putting the camera feed on, and then basically wiring up the back of the subs and trimming the box and carpet and stuff for the false floor. So we've got a couple of days to go, so I might as well, if I'm not sleeping. I've had about 4 hours, I think, 4 hours sleep. So I was up at 1 just after. Might as well get cracking on work, right? Sleep when you're dead. See you in a bit. God, you wouldn't believe how expensive wood is these days. Materials have gone through the roof. I was saying to a buddy of mine, so I used to buy this MDF sheet around about 20 quid a sheet. It's now 38, so it's nearly doubled in price. Obviously, which makes the cost of builds really expensive, really expensive. But the paint is dried, and there's our platform. So obviously our cables can go under this bit of wood, they can come up through here, round onto each side of the amplifier. I've got to do another coat on the white. Oh, there we go. So nice and brilliant white, so it will shine well with the perspex in it, the amplifiers, everything else will be lit really well, which would be nice. So happy days, that's doing what I need it to do, and then we can run some holes in for the 4 LEDs that are going to sit around it and illuminate everything inside. Obviously the amplifiers. Let's grab those. I'll do them one at a time because I'm holding a camera. I did change the setup on these amps as well, which was quite strange. The guy had it set in a really weird fashion. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I wouldn't have had the amps set the way that they were. I thought it was quite strange. So there we go. So when the amps are obviously mounted, there's enough space underneath to pass cables. So our cable run will be straight into each amp, and it just basically neatens your cables so they're not kind of strewn over here. They'll be tucked inside, but that's basically what we're starting with, guys. Looks all right, doesn't it? You'll see that even though this is gloss, the MDF is soaking up all that paint, so I need to do another coat on that. Hopefully the first and second layer has kind of dried into the wood now, so it shouldn't suck too much more, but we may have to do a couple of coats, but we'll see. Oh, and out goes the light. We need to change that battery. Right, I'm gonna get cracking, measuring, doing stuff. I'll see you in a bit. So you kind of get the point, right? great thing about lighting stuff in Perspex. When you shine Perspex, a light through Perspex, it illuminates everything inside it. So this was a cover plate I had made many moons ago, but pretty cool. But you get the idea of the box and the amplifiers. That's what it's going to do, that kind of effect. So it'll kind of look like there's just a pool with obviously light in it and a couple of amplifiers. It's alright, it'd be good when we're all trimmed up. And you can change colour. Sweet. Right guys, let me just turn this down a second. So we're just sorting out the wood templates and stuff. Using my Mobile Solutions rings. So we're gonna just oversize this one a tad, because these are an odd size, just over. But that's kind of what we're working with. So marked out the sub location. That's accounting, as you can see, there's a slight gap at the top. You see that there? So that's actually accounting for another layer. Obviously we've got to put the floor on this first, or the lid that's going to cover everything up. So it's important to test fit, measure your box, make sure you've got enough gap. So I'm probably going to go a thinner piece of wood on top, but even if I went 18mm, I can still get that in there without a problem, and it'll be a nice snug fit. So that's kind of where we're headed with it. Subs are marked out, centered. Yeah, so that's where I think we're going to go. I've got to allow just over 8 inches for the magnet. Now we were obviously with the intention of moving the subs as far back as possible. That's obviously doable if the subs aren't massive. So these are quite hench subs. The output, or the poke if you will, is quite large, so yeah, we're limited on box size. I'm just going to try and make it wider than I am deeper, just to account for the airspace. But that's kind of, I think, where we're headed with it. And there's plenty of room for activities back there. I'm not talking about the toilet roll, don't get the wrong idea. But that's where I think we're at. It's going to look cool. Happy with that. It is slightly off-centered. I need to bring it that way a little bit, but that's where we're at right now. Right, carry on, Fab. See you soon. Morning buds. Right, it's just after 6, so I'm gonna have to shoot off home, see the kids, remind them that they do have a dad. So here's our box. That's what we're looking like. 2 subs. the right tightness. You've seen the time lapse of me making sure that the wood is gripping the sub, so I was taking my time with the routering just to get the grip on here like creeping up on the measurement that I needed, just to make sure that it holds the sub. And that's how far the sub will protrude, so we've got plenty of airspace behind the sub. We've put a chamfer on the top of the wood and the bottom of the wood, so that's where our back plate's going to be. And obviously from that relation you can see where the magnet's going to be. There's still 2-3 inches at the back, so it's got enough room to breathe. So I'll come back in a bit once I've had a shower and breakfast, seen the kids. We'll start gluing, building, get this thing sorted, ready to go in. My materials turning up today, the carpet for the boot, and then we've basically got to make a floor and then sort out the white paint, sanding more coats, lighting, venting for the heat, and then the tarty bits of re-trimming and getting everything put back in. Hopefully the camera cable comes today. I see your comment, bud. There's nothing in the box. I've gone through everything again, all the things I took out of it, and there is no camera lead with it, which is, yeah, I don't know whether it was a second-hand unit or brand new. I don't know, obviously customer supplied, but there is no camera cable in this one, and there is a lot of Russian writing on the box, so I wondered if it was like an EU version. I don't know, but anyway, we'll get it sorted. But this is coming along lovely. This is coming along lovely. The sun is up. It's nice and cool at the minute. I've obviously got the windows open. Oh, hello, there's the sunshine. Got the windows open, but it is nice and like a fresh morning. Peaceful. But I can feel the temperature getting up already, so I'm going to get home, have a shower, and I'll see you in a few hours. Maybe one. Bye. Right then boys, so you see me make the one template and then copied it with the router. So we've got one end for the sub. For ease of trimming, I'm going to run them like that so I can cut the carpet into the corners here, and then we'll glue these in. The one that wasn't quite on, we're going to use as a brace. So this one's going to go and glued in the center of the box, and it will just basically support the front wall and give it a little bit of rigidity so the box doesn't breathe and flex. So get this one glued in, and that can be the support in here. So more glue in, cut this edge off, round off the edges of the box, get this all kind of ready to go, and then we can start the carpeting. Delivery's coming at about lunchtime. We're getting there, we're on the way. And it's warm. See you soon. Look at this, Jesus Christ. You saw how quickly the glue was drying in the heat. That was only done 2 seconds ago. Look, it's already in the wood and it's already drying. I'm going to get my caulking gun out. I'm just going to seal the inside of the boxes, make sure there's no air leaks so they're nice and tight. This is not going to be a ported box, this is going to be a sealed box. So we're going to get the caulking gun out and seal up everything. And the bad thing about this is obviously the weather's hot, so the fishy smell of silicone is even worse. Mmm, yummy. See you in a bit. Boys, back up with the 30 degrees again. Oh, it's killing me. Right, so here we go. 2 layers. This is 2 separate pieces, and there's our false floor trimmed up to the edge. We've got the hole underneath. This one is bigger than the cutout on top, so the edges of the ASC will sit underneath like this, but obviously enough places to screw on, but the top it will just be the perspex. I'm going to trim that all in black cloth, get the subs in, wire them up properly, amps in, cables in, neons, good to go. But we're about done with the boot. I've just had a delivery, so I've got to go through some stuff, and we should have in here Alpine cable. Nope. Yay, there it is. That's the camera input that we wanted, so we can get that fitted now as well, and then it's the push to get this thing finished. So pretty much the build is there. We just need to trim, run the cables up through the holes, put the amps in, do some hoovering, clean up some stuff, carpet the box, carpet the floor, put in the perspex, do the lights, and then head unit interior, give it a hoover, give it a clean, and we should be on course for the weekend. I'm knackered, I'm so tired, but look what I've just bought. New review coming on this. This is for me, this one. Thought I'd treat myself. Big bad boy top of the range Kenwood. Oh yes, I'm a Pioneer fan, but it's the 10.1, it's got me, and it's got European mapping, camping, commercial, all of the good navy. Right, time for some water. See you in a bit. Alright boys, I'm struggling to hold it together. So, subs in, tested, fit perfectly, they can come out, that can be carpeted. Boot floor, where the perspex is going to go, that could be carpeted, all good to go. Jason! Here's my nightmare. So I painted this 3 days ago in order to let it dry before we do the build. It's still absolutely sodden wet 3 days later. It's never going to be dry in time, so I'm actually going to take the paint back because I wanted like a glossy shiny finish, and it's not going to happen. But the owner was asking, so I got it done. There's our screen, 11 inch, with all the bits and bobs ready to go. We want radio, we want digital. How do we get to DAB? DAB, search. Let's go. We want Capital Dance, of course we do. It's probably not going to play anything because obviously we've got speakers disconnected, but there is our 11-inch monitor in and on and working. We've got to turn the camera on. Let's have a look. System. Where's the reverse camera? We've got it plugged in. Let's make sure that's working because that would be really annoying. Camera. Reverse camera on. Yep. NTSC. Camera 2 set up. Guidelines off. Oh, that was the one. Yay! Camera's in and on too. Right. Jason's come for some speakers.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, darling. For his POS. I mean his Astra.
Disaster.
R2D2's chilling. Shane has picked up his subs. His boxes have arrived, so we'll get the Amarok back to do a little subage installation. But we've got a win. We've got a massive win and a massive loss. I'm gutted, absolutely gutted. But I have an idea. Stay tuned. Lack of sleep, but this is now the amp rack. So fucking pissed. In a bit. Well, boys, I can tell you, I didn't need that far on, this far on in the game. I don't know what to say. I'm annoyed, really annoyed. I can't believe that paint is so bad. And it was like the most expensive one I could find for gloss and shine and non-drip and just so much BS. And I was kind of a bit looking at it the first time going, it's had 8 hours, why is it not dry? And I spoke with somebody else and they were like, give it 24. That's now 3 days and it's still not dry. So I spoke with Shane, he come and looked at it too. Obviously he's a builder, so he knows about these kind of materials, and he just went, strip it off, mate. So we sat there, both of us together, and scraped the box. I don't know what I'm going to do. I will come up with a solution because that's what we do. We are on the home straight. It's a minor kick in the testicles, but we'll get there. Stay tuned. See you in the morning, everyone. I don't know how early I'm going to be in. I am cream crackered. I've got a lot done today, which I'm pleased about. The boxes are set back, but we'll figure it out. So see you in the morning, guys. Bye.